press the bell icon on the YouTube app and never miss another update.
Welcome back, my dear students. This is a last topic regarding P block, that is 18th A group elements, which are also called as noble gases, which are also called as inert gases, rare gases, aerogens. So, now we will discuss from these noble gases compulsory one question for board examination, that is 2 marks, and competitive point of view you should thorough that chemical reactions and hybridizations. After completion of this unit, I will give one simple formula to calculate hybridizations, how to calculate hybridizations and number of lone pairs and number of bond pairs. According to the formula you have to calculate and in this topic and you should concentrate uses also, uses of helium, neon, argon, krypton, xenon. Clear? So, next last unit, this is 18th A group elements. Eighteenth A group elements. These are helium, neon, argon, krypton, xenon and radon, and recently one more element also found in 18th A group element, that is oganesson, OG. So, this is recently found the element, it is the atomic number of this element is 118, atomic number of oganesson. In nitrogen family, oxygen family and fluorine family also recently found some elements. Actually we discussed in nitrogen family, nitrogen, phosphorus, arsenic, antimony, bismuth, up to bismuth. After bismuth one more element also they recently found that element, and the atomic number and the mass number of the element and what will be the chemistry regarding that elements are not decided, not yet decided. Clear it is. So, here in 15th A group element, that is livermonium, livermonium, nitrogen, phosphorus, arsenic, antimony, bismuth and LV. LV means livermonium. Livermonium, not only livermonium, it is musconium, musconium, livermonium. Yes, it was a MC. MC means musconium. Musconium. While coming to the 16th A group elements, oxygen, sulfur, selenium, tellurium, polonium and LV. What is LV means? Livermonium. Livermonium. While coming to the 17th A group elements, fluorine, chlorine, bromine and iodine and astatine and followed by TS, tennessine. TS is tennessine, tennessine. While coming to the last group, helium, neon, argon, krypton, xenon, radon and OG. What is OG? Oganesson. Oganesson. So, atomic numbers 118, 117, 116, 115 for these elements. So, these are recently found, these are placed in the periodic table recently. Still they have to doing experiments regarding the chemistry of these elements, not yet decided. So, the chemistry of these elements will be a little bit delayed due to the, now it was still experimental position it is, still experiments are going on regarding this, and these all are what these all are radioactivity elements. These all are radioactivity elements, and the half-life of the half-life of these elements are very fraction of seconds. All are radioactivity elements, and fraction of seconds half-life will be there, fraction of seconds. So make a note, in nitrogen family recently added the element is mosconium, in oxygen family livermonium, in fluorine family tennessine, in noble gases family oganesson or oganesson. So these are recently added, all are radioactive, and half-life is fraction of seconds. Half-life is fraction of seconds. So while coming to the 18th A group elements, so here this point you should make a note, my dear students, because of while we discussed that 17th A group, 15th A group, 16th A group elements, so we not yet discussed about this one. So you should make underline in your text, then you will get idea about this. So while coming to the noble gases, 18th A group elements, helium, neon, argon, krypton, xenon, radon, and recently found that is oganesson or belongs to 18th A group elements. All 18th A group elements are monoatomic gases. All 18th A group elements are monoatomic gases, and up to this starting 5 elements are available in dry air by 1% volume, very less quantity. All elements are available in dry air. What will be the volume? It is 1% by volume, 1% by volume, and due to this less availability, these are called as aerogens. These are called as aerogens. These are all available in the air. These all are available in the air. Due to that, these are called as aerogens. And 1% by volume. And out of this helium, neon, argon, krypton, xenon, in air, argon is a major. Majority of the gas present in atmospheric air is argon. Total 1% gas will be there. 1% is occupied by 18th A group elements or noble gases. What are that? Helium, neon, argon, krypton, xenon. Out of that 5 elements, argon is majority. Majority of the noble gas present in atmospheric air is argon. Keep this point in your mind. Understand? Because of this is very important. Which of the noble gas is mainly dominating in the atmospheric air? That is argon. Then what about radon and oganesson? Radon and oganesson are radioactivity elements. Radon and oganesson. What is these two are? Radioactive elements, and these are available while the decay of radium. See this reaction, radium plus radium decay. What decay it is? Alpha particles, decay of alpha particles to He4, we will get radon 22286. It is a 29688. So this will be the formation of radon. Radon and oganesson are not available in air. This is also one of the important points. Which of the following noble gas is not present in atmospheric air? Which of the following noble gas is not present in atmospheric air is radon. Radon is not present in atmospheric air. Radon can be prepared by how it was synthesized? It was synthesized by the natural decay of radium. Radium atomic number 88, mass number 296. When it decays, which particle? Alpha particle. Which decay which alpha particle? Then what you will get? Radon. Radon atomic number 86 and mass number is 222. Then what about the oganesson? Oganesson also prepared from californium. Californium formula is CF and this californium atomic number is 98. This californium atomic number 98 and this californium mass number is 249 and is treated with calcium 2048. Calcium. Californium is treated with calcium. Californium is treated with calcium. Then we will get OG 118. 118 to 94. Afghanistan atomic number 118, mass number 294 and liberate 3 neutrons. Liberate 3 neutrons. So this will be the reaction to production of Afghanistan. Recently discovered it was, and the half-life of Afghanistan is very less, that is 0.7 milliseconds. 0.7 milliseconds, very less half-life element it is, and recently found. Still the chemistry of Afghanistan not yet be found it is. So here this reaction californium CF is called as californium atomic number 28, mass number 249, which is combines with calcium 2048, gives rise to Afghanistan 118 and 294 mass number, and formation of 3 neutrons, and half-life of the Afghanistan is 0.7 milliseconds only, very fraction of seconds it is. So all are monoatomic gases except radon and Afghanistan. Remaining all gases are available in dry air by 1% volume. On that dry air by 1% volume, which gas is dominating means argon is dominating. Argon is more available compared to helium, neon and krypton, xenon and helium. Then some nuclear fusion, which hydrogen atoms are combined to helium, and these elements are called as aerogens because these are available in the atmospheric air. These elements are called as inert gases. Why these elements are called as inert gases? Because stable electronic configuration. What is the configuration? Stable electronic configuration. These are called as inert gases. These are called as noble gases. Why these are called as noble gases? Because only few compounds are known. Only few compounds. That few compounds also belongs to xenon. That few compounds also belongs to xenon. Due to that reason, these are called as noble gases. These are called as inert gases. These are called as zero group elements. These are called as aerogens. So here, this will be the availability of noble gases, and each period starts with alkali metal and ends with noble gas. First period ends with helium, second period neon, third period argon, fourth period krypton, fifth period xenon, sixth period radon, seventh period OG, Afghanistan. Each period starts with alkali metal, each period ends with noble gas. Then what will be the electronic configuration of noble gas? What about the chemical properties? Which compounds are known? Noble gases are inert, chemically inert, because octet configuration. Due to the octet configuration, stable electronic configuration, that does not require any electron, they are not ready to lose an electron. Then how they are participating in reactions? They are inert with chemical reactions. Why inert? Because of octet configuration. Due to the presence of 8 electrons in outermost electronic configuration, those are stable except helium. Helium electronic configuration 1s2, except helium remaining all elements possessing octet configuration. Due to that, it is an important point to discuss about the history of the noble gases, which type of compounds we know, and that type of compounds how we have to prepare, what are the chemical properties, what will be the uses, and what will be the structures of the knowing chemical compounds. We have to decide, we have to discuss now. So here you should remember these points. 1% by volume it is available, and in air majority is argon only major, and radon and Afghanistan are not available in atmospheric air. Those are radioactive elements. Those can be prepared by using this method. Radium decompose, natural radioactivity decay, it is liberate alpha particle and formation of radon, while californium combined with calcium to gives rise to Afghanistan 118 and 294 mass number, and which a fraction of milliseconds that half life will be there. So the chemistry of organism not yet be decided it is. So here, and these are gases are also called as inert gases, noble gases, and rare gases. Rare gases means very less amount was very less. 1% means very less amount was available. Due to that reason, these are called as rare gases. These are available in atmospheric air. So due to that, these are called as aerogens. These all are the different names of these compounds. Then we have to discuss the general trends. What are the general trends? So my dear students, make a note these points. You should make these are competitive point of view questions. 1% by volume, and these all are observed by activated charcoal except helium. That previous books it was preparation also there, how to prepare noble gases, some methods was there. Nowadays now modern textbook it does not contain the preparations, only there was given direct chemical reactions and how these are absorbed. Activated charcoal, these are absorbed by the activated charcoal absorption method. Is activated charcoal is act as adsorbent, and except helium, remaining all gases are adsorbed by activated charcoal with respect to the different temperatures. That is the secondary thing. And now we will discuss the general trends. General trends of noble gases or 17th group elements. What are the general trends? And what are the compounds we know? And what about the uses of these compounds? And what are the chemical properties of the noble gases? So here helium, 1s2, neon, 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, argon, 3s2, 3p6, krypton, 3d10, 4s2, 4p6, xenon, 4d10, 5s2, 5p6, radon, 86, 4f14, 5d10, 6s2, 6p6, and OG organesson 118, 5f14, 6d10, 7s2, 7p6. Once you observe, my dear students, my dear children, except helium, remaining elements followed. What is configuration is? Octet configuration. Which configuration this is called as? Octet configuration. So what is general electronic configuration? NS2 NP6. General electronic configuration of 18th A group elements. General electronic configuration of 18th A group elements are NS2 NP6 except helium. All are octet configuration. What is atomic radii? Atomic radii increases. Atomic radii increases from helium to organesson. What is ionization potentials? Ionization potential values are maximum ionization potentials. Why these are maximum? Why these are exhibit maximum ionization potentials? Due to the fulfilled electronic configuration. Fulfilled configuration, ionization potential values of noble gases or zero group elements are maximum. So which element possessing maximum ionization potential means? Helium. Helium is the number one element which is maximum ionization potential. And these ionization potential values down the group decreases. Down the group decreases. From helium to we consider xenon because radon and organesson are radioactivity elements. Down the group ionization potential values decreases. And what is electron gain enthalpy? Electron gain enthalpy 0. Electron gain enthalpy 0 because of all are stable. they doesn't have any electron, they don't require any electron, they doesn't lose any electron. So, they doesn't form cation, they doesn't form anion. So, maximum stable electronic configurations electron affinity values are 0 or maximum positive values. 0 or maximum positive values we said. Clear it is. So, 0 or maximum positive values. So, because of the fulfilled electronic configuration, no need of any electron. They doesn't need any electron because those are stable. Those are stable electronic configuration. Those are stable electronic configuration. Clear it is. So, atomic radii increases, ionization potential values decreases from helium to xenon, and electron gain enthalpy or electron affinity is 0 or maximum positive value because of fulfill of electronic configurations. They doesn't require any electron, they doesn't lose any electron. So, they doesn't form any cations or they doesn't form any anions due to the octet configuration. Due to that, these are chemically not interested to react. Due to that reason, these are called as inert gases, inert, not interested to participate in bond formation. Why these are not interested to participate in bond formation? Because of it is octet configuration. Which configuration it is? Octet configuration. Due to octet, why should undergo reactions? Why it should take risk? Why we should take risk? They are thinking like that. Why should I take risk? Why should I take risk? Because of I am octet, I am stable. Clear it is. So, these are the general trends. While going to the physical properties. Physical properties, what I said, that is physical properties. So, here you should remember some physical properties are very, very important. All are monoatomic. Make a note, my dear students, this point was very, very important. All are monoatomic. All are monoatomic. While down the group, boiling points increases. This point very, 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 very important for a competitive point of view. From helium to xenon, boiling point increases. So, which one is the least boiling point? Helium, very, 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 very least boiling point. We should make a note, this is boiling point of helium is 4.2 Kelvin. 4.2 Kelvin. So, from helium to xenon, boiling point increases. From helium to xenon, boiling point increases. Which is more boiling point? Means xenon is more boiling point. Which is least boiling point? Least boiling point is helium only. Don't get confused. Helium boiling point is very, very less. While coming to the solubility, sparingly soluble in water. Sparingly soluble. Sparingly soluble in water, and solubility, sparingly soluble in water, and solubility decreases, solubility increases from helium to xenon. These points are very, very important, my dear students. Make a note, because of they should ask about the solubility of 18th A group elements and boiling point of the 18th A group elements. While going down the group, boiling points decreases, solubility decreases. All are monoatomic, colorless gases, odorless, tasteless, colorless, odorless, tasteless, monoatomic gases. Clear it is. All are colorless gases, odorless gases, tasteless gases, monoatomic gases. And while going down the group, solubility increases. While going down the group, boiling point increases. Helium, which can has least boiling point, that is 4.2 kelvins. Helium least soluble in water. Due to that reason, scuba divers are in that cylinders, they can fill the cylinders with helium gas only, because of it is less solubility according to the Henry's law. It is in solutions according to Henry's law. Scuba divers are carrying helium cylinders along with oxygen. It is used as a diluent with oxygen it is. So, this was a general physical properties of noble gases or 18th A group elements. While we have to go to oxidation state. What is oxidation state? These group elements exhibit zero oxidation state. Why zero oxidation state? Because of all are octet configuration. All are octet configuration. Some cases, what are the some cases means? Recently the year 1962, one of the scientists is called, his name is Nell Berthollet. was make some experiments. That experiments are the important experiments which can leads to the formation of the compounds of the noble gases. Which type of experiments he done, and on which basis he can done that experiments, now we will discuss. So, the chemistry of noble gases was very difficult before 1962. When the year 1962, the scientist name is Nell Berthollet was done one experiment in the laboratory, that is a reaction between oxygen versus platinum hexafluoride. Reaction between oxygen versus platinum hexafluoride. He found one red color compound, that is O2FPTF6, O2 plus PTF6 minus, that is called as oxygen hexafluoroplatinate 4. Oxygen hexafluoroplatinate 4. He found one compound, and based on that compound the chemistry of noble gases was interested on the basis of ionization potential values. On the basis of which values it is? Ionization potential values. Maximum ionization potential values are noble gases only, because of those are arranged at right side last of the periodic table, last it was. So, those are stable, those are octet, those are chemically inert, those are abundance in air is less. So, which reactions takes place to leads the formation of noble gases compounds means reaction takes place between oxygen versus platinum hexafluoride, oxygen versus platinum hexafluoride. That will be the main principal equation to discover number of xenon compounds, So, here make a note, my dear students, these 2 points are very, very important. I am sure these 2 points. Concentrate these 2 points, very, 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 very important for competitive it is. Here it is. So, here these are the electronic configurations, general configuration NH2NP6, and IP maximum for helium, down the group IP decreases, electron gain enthalpy is 0 or maximum positive, all are monoatomic gases, colorless, odorless, tasteless, boiling point decreases down the group, solubility decreases down the group. Then chemical reactivity. What will be the chemical properties? Chemical properties means these are not chemical properties. Reactivity of noble gases. So, my dear students, the scientist 1962 Nell Berthollet, one of the good scientists, he introduced xenon compounds, because already we know noble gases are inert gases. Those are not form any compounds due to the octet configuration, but instead of that he tried to discover some xenon compounds based on O2 plus PTF6 gives rise to O2 plus PTF6 minus. This is red color, O2 plus PTF6 minus. This is appeared in red color. First he synthesized that. Who synthesized? The scientist Nell Berthollet in 1962. He synthesized that a red color compound. What is that red color compound? Oxygen hexafluoridoplatinate 4. Actually, it was an example of complex compound. So, you should remember the name only. Oxygen hexafluoridoplatinate 4. Hexafluoridoplatinate 4 on the reaction with O2 plus PTF6. What will be the color? First compound, this is which compound was first prepared by Nell Bartlett, that is O2 plus PTF6 minus. O2 plus PTF6 minus is a red color compound. On the account of this, he decided that what will be the ionization potential value of oxygen? Ionization potential value of oxygen is oxygen IP is 1175 kilojoules per mole. Ionization potential of oxygen is 1175 kilojoules per mole. While going to the xenon, what will be the xenon ionization potential is 1170 kilojoules per mole. Both values are similar. Ionization potential, first ionization potential of xenon 1170 kilojoules per mole is nearby oxygen ionization potential. Already I was prepared oxygen with platinum hexafluoride gives rise to O2 plus PTF6 minus. Then I will try to prepare xenon plus PTF6. Xenon plus PTF6 gives rise to Xe plus PTF6 minus. Why it was not possible? He thinking like that, Nell Bartlett, at the time of 1962. Clear? Because of both are having same IP values. Oxygen ionization potential value 1175 Kelvin. So I will go into the kilojoules per mole. We are going to the xenon ionization potential value is 1170 kilojoules per mole. Why I should take risk? What type of risk? I should do the I should do that experiment between xenon versus platinum hexafluoride. What the compound I will get? Same compound he will get. What the compound is? Same red color compound. Same red color compound is called as xenon hexafluorido platinate 4. Xenon hexafluoro platinate 4. This is an example for a complex compound. This will be the main point. This will be the main source to develop the chemistry of noble gases. Based on this xenon combine with more electronegative elements, more En elements. What more En elements? Such as fluorine and oxygen. Because of fluorine electronegativity 4.0, oxygen electronegativity 3.5. This xenon combined with more electronegativity elements such as fluorine and oxygen to form xenon fluorides, xenon oxides, xenon oxyfluorides. These are the compounds. Clear? What are the compounds? Number one is xenon fluorides. Number second one is xenon oxides. Number third one is xenon oxyfluorides. Xenon combined with more electronegative element such as fluorine and oxygen. Xenon does not combine with chlorine and nitrogen because chlorine and nitrogen electronegativity values are quite less. Due to that reason, and why xenon combine? Why xenon combine means xenon IP less, size large. Due to the less ionization potential, value of xenon and large size of xenon, less ionization potential of xenon, it is combined with more electronegative elements such as only fluorine and only oxygen to form xenon fluorides, xenon oxides, xenon oxyfluorides. Xenon fluorides, xenon oxides, xenon oxyfluorides. Xenon does not react with chlorine and nitrogen because of chlorine electronegativity and nitrogen electronegativity values are less compared to oxygen and fluorine. Why xenon reacts with this more electronegative elements? Due to the less ionization potential values, and large size, large in size. Clear it is. So, this will be the information regarding the compounds of xenon. While going to the krypton, only one compound will be found, that is XeF2, not XeF2, KrF2. Still this was not stable, unstable it is. Unstable it is. Krypton compounds only one compound yet be known, that is KrF2 unstable, and true compounds of helium, neon, argon are not was there. True compounds of helium, neon, argon, there is no about true compounds, and there is no compounds of radon and organesson. Only xenon. Xenon only gives three types of compounds. One is xenon fluorides, second one is xenon oxides, and third one is xenon oxyfluorides. Xenon fluorides, xenon oxides, and xenon oxyfluorides. So, here according to, just a minute, according to the study of the noble gases, now we have to discuss about the xenon fluorides preparations, properties, xenon oxide structures, and xenon oxyfluoride structures. Because of only preparations of xenon fluorides preparations are there in text, while the preparations and properties of xenon fluorides, byproduct we will get xenon oxides and xenon oxyfluorides. So, here my dear students, remember these are the important information regarding these noble gases. So, once again, all noble gases except radon and organesson are available in atmospheric air by 1%. Dry air contains 1% by volume of noble gases, helium, neon, argon, krypton, xenon, and radon and organesson are the radioactive elements. Radon is a decay of radium, and organesson is prepared by californium with calcium, and organesson half life is very less, that is 0.7 milliseconds, and remaining all elements are available in dry air and less quantity. Due to that reason, these are called as aerogen. These are available in dry air, due to that it is called as aerogens, and the configuration of noble gases was octet. Due to that these are chemically inert, due to this these are called as inert gases, and only few compounds are known of noble gas, 18th A group elements. So, these are called as noble gases, and these are very less amount as present in atmospheric air. Due to that reason, these are called as rare gases. Rare gases, noble gases, aerogens, and 0 group elements, 18th A group elements, all are same category. All are same category. And next, solubility increases down the group, boiling point increases down the group, and all are monoatomic, colorless, odorless, tasteless gases. Monoatomic, colorless, odorless, and tasteless gases. IP decreases, electron gain enthalpy 0, atomic radii increases. So, here next we have to discuss about the compounds of xenon. Xenon is from three types of compounds, one is xenon fluorides, second one is xenon oxides, third one is xenon oxyfluorides. Here xenon fluorides preparations, properties, structures are important for board examination as well as very important for competitive point of view, because while discussing these compounds we should remember that hybridizations, how to calculate hybridizations, because hybridization is one of the important concept regarding a competitive point of view. Minimum chemical bonding we expect to 5 questions for hybridization concept. Based on that hybridizations are lone pairs, bond pairs, such type of concepts we will get, we expect the questions for board examination, competitive examination. So, here while going to the preparations and properties of xenon hexafluorides, xenon fluorides. So, preparation properties. So, here you should remember this is 1962 Nell Bartlett. He used only the principle for derived xenon fluorides, xenon oxides, xenon oxyfluorides. So, which compound was prepared by Nell Bartlett first? Nell Bartlett first means you should say that it is a O2PtF6 minus, it is red color. O2PtF6 minus is red color. Same compound he prepared with respect to xenon because of the comparison of IP values, 1175 IP oxygen, 1170 IP xenon. So, here next one is very important for competitive and board. So, you should concentrate. Next is xenon fluorides, very important. Xenon fluorides. How many fluorides are there? Xenon form 3 types of fluorides. 3 types of fluorides: XeF2, xenon difluoride, XeF4, xenon tetrafluoride, XeF6, xenon hexafluoride. So, here my dear students, xenon difluoride, xenon tetrafluoride, xenon hexafluoride. How these compounds are prepared? What will be the properties of these compounds? What about the shape of the molecules? We have to discuss now this. First one is xenon difluoride. How this xenon difluoride was prepared? Simple reaction, direct combination of xenon and fluorine. The ratio is 2:1 ratio of Xe and F2. Xe and F2, 673 Kelvin temperature, 1 bar pressure. Remember, my dear students, how to prepare xenon difluoride? Xenon directly reacts with fluorine. Xenon directly reacts with fluorine to give xenon difluoride. This reaction takes place at 673 Kelvin temperature, 1 bar pressure, and the ratio of xenon and fluorine is 2:1. What is the equation, chemical equation? Xe plus F2 gives rise to XeF2, 673 Kelvin, 1 bar pressure, 673 Kelvin, 1 bar pressure, 673 Kelvin, 1 bar pressure. Xe plus F2 gives rise to XeF2. And this xenon difluoride undergoes hydrolysis. What compound we expect? XeF2 plus H2O gives rise to Xe plus HF plus O2, 4HF, 2H2O, 2Xe, 2Xe. 2 oxygens, 4 hydrogens, 4 fluorines, 2 xenons. Clear? So, here these the xenon difluoride readily hydrolyzed to produce xenon and HF and liberate oxygen. Liberate what gas here? Oxygen gas liberate. And what will be the shape of the molecule? Preparation is very important. 2:1 ratio, 673 Kelvin temperature, 1 bar pressure. You should keep the points in your mind. What is hydrolysis reaction? And hydrolysis of xenon difluoride gives rise to xenon plus HF plus O2. Then according to Vesper theory, what is xenon? 5s2, 5p6, 5d0. 5s2 electrons, 5p6 electrons, followed by 5d0 electrons. 5s2 electrons, 5p6 electrons, followed by 5d0 electrons. Any unpaired electrons are there? No more unpaired electrons, no more bonds, no more zero oxidation state. I said already, number of unpaired electrons is equals to number of bonds is equals to oxidation state. Number of unpaired is equals to number of bonds is equals to oxidation state. See, s orbital completely filled, while going to the p orbital also completely filled, while coming to the d orbital is vacant d orbital. But here, what is the formula of the compound? XeF2. XeF2. Each fluorine required 1 electron, because fluorine atomic number 9, electronic configuration 1s2, 2s2, 2p5. See this, here I should write fluorine is equals to 9, 1s2, 2s2, 2p5, how many electrons? 7 electrons. For octet each fluorine required 1 electron. So how many fluorines? 2 fluorines are there. 2 fluorines required 2 unpaired electrons, but in ground state electronic configuration, which configuration it is? GSE. Ground state electronic configuration, there is no unpaired electrons. In ground state electronic configuration, there is no unpaired electrons. So in ground state, xenon does not form any compounds. Then we require 2 unpaired electrons. Then we should write first excited state electronic configuration. First excited state electronic configuration. 5s2, 5p5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, followed by 5d1. So in first excited state, how many unpaired electrons are there? 2 unpaired electrons. In first excited state, 2 unpaired electrons are present in xenon atom. One is p orbital, one is d orbital. These 2 unpaired electrons are formed 2 covalent bonds with 2 fluorine atoms. These 2 unpaired electrons are formed 2 covalent bonds with 2 fluorine atoms. Further intermixing of 1 s orbital, 3 p orbitals, 1 d orbital, resulting to give 5 sp3d hybridized orbitals. sp3d hybridized orbitals. Clear it is. First excited state electronic configuration of xenon. First excited state electronic configuration of xenon contains 2 unpaired electrons which are present. One is p orbital, one is d orbital. These 2 unpaired electrons are formed 2 covalent bonds with 2 fluorine atoms. Further intermixing of 1 s orbital, 3 p orbitals and 1 d orbital, resulting to give 5 equivalent sp3d orbitals. So what is hybridization? sp3d hybridization. What is the geometry? Trigonal bipyramidal geometry. Actually the geometry is a trigonal bipyramidal, but here 3 lone pairs, 1 bond pair, so it is linear. 3 lone pairs plus 1 bond pair is equals to linear. Like this. Xenon tetra difluoride, like this you draw that like this triangle you should draw here. Xenon, 3 lone pairs occupies equatorial positions to minimize the repulsions, and is a fluorine, and this is fluorine. Linear shape it is. Remove this everything, you should get a linear shape. Actually what we are expecting here, trigonal bipyramidal shape. Trigonal bipyramidal shape, instead of trigonal bipyramidal, it is a linear shape due to the presence of 3 lone pairs. 3 lone pairs, 1 bond pair is linear. Clear, it is linear. Okay. While going to the next one is xenon tetrafluoride. So draw this diagram, or you should draw this also enough, because this dots indicates number of lone pairs. Clear. And next one is second one is xenon tetrafluoride. Xenon tetrafluoride 5:1 ratio, 1:5 ratio, 1:5 ratio of xenon and F2, 873 Kelvin temperature, 7 bar pressure. Simple here, Xe plus 2F2, 873 Kelvin, 7 bar gives rise to XeF4. XeF4. Xe plus 2F2 gives rise to XeF4. Temperature 873 Kelvin is required. Pressure is 7 bar pressure. Direct combine, you should add directly. We should add directly, we will get that compound only. And this XeF4 hydrolyzed gives rise to Xe plus XeO3 plus HF plus O2. Xe plus XeO3 plus HF plus O2. And means we will get xenon trioxide, hydrofluoric acid and oxygen. While balancing this, if you will take here 4 means 4 for the 16 HF, 8 H2O, 16 HF, 4, 8 H2O, here 3 is a 9, we will have more, 4, 2, 3 is 6, 8, right, 4 for the 16 fluorines, 8 is the 16 hydrogens, 4 xenons, 2 xenons, 4, 2 is the 6 plus 2, 8 oxygens, right. Okay, my dear students, right, this is correct. So hydrolysis of xenon tetrafluoride. Gives rise to xenon plus xenon trioxide. This is important. Xenon trioxide. Xenon trioxide is a crystalline white color solid, explosive it is. Xenon trioxide is a white color solid, it is an explosive compound, highly explosive it is. Clear it is. So xenon trioxide and formation of HF and O2. And while coming to the geometry, Westphal theory according to valence shell electron pair repulsion, number of fluorine atoms, 4 fluorine atoms. 4 fluorine atoms required 4 electrons. 4 fluorine atoms required, 4 unpaired electrons. Already you see this here, in ground state 0 unpaired. In first excited state 2 unpaired. Then we should go to where? Xenon second excited state. What is second excited state? 5s2, 5p4, 5d2. See this, 5s2, 5p4, 5d2. Second excited state electronic configuration of xenon atom contains 4 unpaired electrons. 4 unpaired electrons, 2 are p orbital, remaining 2 are d orbital. These 4 unpaired electrons are form 4 covalent bonds with 4 fluorine atoms. 4 covalent bonds with 4 fluorine atoms. Further intermixing of 1 s orbital, 3 p orbitals, 2 d orbitals. Intermixing of 1 s orbital, 3 p orbitals, 2 d orbitals, resulting to give 6 sp3d2. sp3d2 hybridization. Actually what we are expecting geometry is OH. OH is called as octahedral. But here the geometry deciding factor is number of lone pairs. How many lone pairs? 2 lone pairs plus 4 bond pairs, it is a square planar. Square planar. How it was square planar means I will draw here. It is central atomic xenon. Here these 4 are the fluorines. Here one electron lone pair. Here one more electron lone pair, like this. This type of This type of arrangement will be possible in xenon tetrafluoride square planar. Square planar. In last class I said that is sp3d2 also square pyramidal pentahalides, BRF5. BRF5 also sp3d2, but it is square pyramidal because one lone pair, 5 bond pairs. 1 lone pair, 5 bond pairs, square pyramidal. 2 lone pairs, 4 bond pairs, square planar. 2 lone pairs, 4 bond pairs, square planar. Clear it is. So you should draw this structure. Simple, you should draw one rectangle, or you should draw one square, and all corners filled by fluorines, central atom xenon, and axial positions 2 will be the lone pairs to minimize the repulsions. So here this will be the hydrolysis reaction, very very important, you should concentrate. And what is the composition is 1:5 ratio. 1:5 ratio of xenon and fluorine. While coming to the last compound, xenon hexafluoride. Xenon hexafluoride, how it was prepared and what will be the chemical hydrolysis reactions, we should discuss now only. Just a minute. We will discuss this xenon hexafluoride on next class due to the time factor. So stay with us, be confident and practice the structures and competitive bits also. Be safe. Thank you.